Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, back to some more Pokemon Emerald Battle Frontier updates. So this update's actually going to be pretty big, hopefully it won't take up too much time though. So I have finally finished the second Pokemon for my team, and it was actually the first time I did any sort of IV breeding. The way I did so was, as many people know, it's very easy to RNG manipulate in Pokemon Emerald. So what I did was I found a Ditto that was modest and it had 31 IVs and special attack, and I bred that with a Staryu, and I ended up breeding it and I got a 31 modest Staryu, and I trained that all the way. So by the end of the video I'll show you the stats. It is the highest special attack you can get for a Starmie. Besides that, before I get too involved with Starmie, I also wanted to give the update that I have received the second silver medal for my file. I did so in the battle factory because I was just grinding that, trying to get some more battle points so I can get certain move tutor moves for future Pokemon. So I have the battle video saved, so we'll go through it real quick. My team was Metagross, Jolteon, and ironically Starmie in the back. And Nolan started off with a Gardevoir, and this is a really scary battle because I tried to set up some double teams and kind of try to sweep there with Metagross, and that just didn't work. The Gardevoir knocked it out with 2 fire punches. So after that I went ahead and I went into my Jolteon, and I tried to just Thunder Wave to paralyze it. Well, it also had the Lumberry, so that's just no good. So after the Lumberry kicked in, I went ahead and Thunder Waved it again, but that ended up knocking out the Jolteon. So it was down to Starmie, and of course I thought I would lose because the Gardevoir also had Magical Leaf. Thankfully, Starmie lived on 40 HP, and it ended up knocking out the Gardevoir. After the Gardevoir, there was a Rapidash, so that was an easy KO for the Starmie, and I was like, awesome, we've gotten 2 down, please be an easy Pokemon in the back, and it was an Aggron, just 1-hit KO from Starmie. I was super excited to get my second silver medal. It's really cool to have gotten that, especially with Starmie because I raised it for this video. So besides that, I have also received the lucky egg from Fire Red. I know I talked about it in my last video, so I tried a different training method this time. After I EV trained the Starmie, I went ahead and took it to Fire Red and I trained it in the Sea Vault Canyon. And I tried the usual method of rebattling the trainers and going through there, and I ended up getting up to about level 84 before I decided to use the rest of my rare candies to evolve it, or make it level 100 since Starmie evolves with a Water Stone. But I think there are probably better places to train than the Sea Vault Canyon. I'm just going to go ahead and look around because personally I think it was taking a little bit too long. Only those 2 trainers there made it really difficult to actually level up Starmie because sometimes you didn't get any of the trainers to respond, so you just got stuck on fighting the wild Pokemon, and some of the wild Pokemon there are level 15, and that just isn't going to get you very much XP. But that said and done, the moveset I had on Starmie is Surf, Psychic, Thunderbolt, and Ice Beam. Very standard and very normal for a Starmie to have. I also went and made sure that the Pokemon was fully EV trained, so it does have the effort ribbon from the woman in Slateport. If you ever have trouble getting the effort ribbon, just go ahead and fight 1 extra Pokemon after you fully EV trained. You only get that ribbon when your EVs are at 510. Usually people only EV train up to 508 because the extra 2 points doesn't matter in any stat. But yeah, just fight a random Pokemon and you can get the effort ribbon on your Pokemon. Looking at Starmie's stats, it's crazy. It has 328 special attack, which is the highest it possibly can be, and I think it's just going to be an absolute house, an absolute just menace throughout the battle frontier. As for the future, I'm not sure exactly what my third Pokemon will be. I do plan to actually raise more than 3 Pokemon, just so I can alternate out, switch up the team every now and then, because there are certain facilities where certain Pokemon are better than others. So my next goal is to get some sort of special or physical wall, or both, in the same Pokemon, just to kind of alleviate some certain problems that just having all attackers have. Some Pokemon I have thought about, obviously I have mentioned Vaporeon, however I don't want to have 2 water types on the same team at a time. Another Pokemon I have been thinking about is actually Venusaur, because Venusaur, you can really stall out a lot of Pokemon with Leech Seed, Toxic, Protect, and Giga Drain. I think that would be a very nice Pokemon to have. And of course, now that I have the Lucky Egg, I also have a Chansey, and I can go ahead and have a Blissey on my team, which, if anybody knows, Blissey in the Battle Pyramid is just overpowered. So those are my ideas. I also want to try to make at least the first 3 Pokemon that you can get in Pokemon Emerald in case you don't have the ability to trade. So yeah, so far Blaziken and Starmie are both available to you in Pokemon Emerald, so those are just a few of my ideas. I won't ramble on too much longer. I was just very excited to get my second silver medal, and as well as my second teammate. This was the first time I IV bred, and I was very happy with it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.